In this video, I want to talk about the difference in between using general self-concept affirmations versus using specific affirmations when it comes to manifesting whatever that it is you want. If you have been in the law of attraction community, there's more like general, more affirmations that may not pertain directly to the things that you want. I mean, it still is kind of like heading towards that direction, but it's kind of being just focused on yourself, working on your confidence or other things. But when it comes to like specific affirmations, it's going directly after what you want and just saying that, okay, I want that thing and that thing is already mine. You see the difference there, right? I'm also going to give you a personal example to kind of help clarify more on this. And by the end of this video, my goal for you is to be able to understand which might be better for you, just using like self-concept affirmations or using specific affirmations when it comes to manifesting whatever it is that you want, whether it's be like specific person or a car or a house or even a job, right? Which one should you try? Just general self-concept affirmations or the specific affirmations that's directly pertaining to that job when you think about it. So if you want to learn more about this, stay tuned and let's get started. Welcome back to this video. My name is Rav. I'm a manifesting coach, and if you want to work one-on-one with me, the link is down in the description box below. And also I recently opened an Instagram account where I've been posting a lot of these like great insights when it comes to manifesting and things like that. So if you're interested in checking that out, the link is also down in the description box below. So before we get on to talking about these general or specific affirmations, I wanted to really talk about the reason why I wanted to make this, because I've been seeing a lot of channels, even based on Neville Goddard, have been focusing on self-concept, and I keep hearing this word. And there's nothing wrong with that, and it's nothing wrong to kind of work on yourself, your self-concept and things like that, because it's definitely gonna put you in a better state of mind when it comes to manifesting and things like that, right? But the problem that I see is, I don't think Neville Goddard ever just, said you have to work on your self-concept in order to get something. He usually used the term as a conception of yourself in relationship to the desire that you want. For example, if you're trying to manifest a specific person, you'd have to be changing the concept of yourself in relationship to that person and not just generally how you relate to the world. I mean, you could do that and it's gonna make you feel good, maybe boost up your confidence more when it comes to manifesting. But if you have a more specific block when it comes to manifesting that specific person or any kinds of other specific things, no matter how much self-concept work that you do on yourself, it's probably never gonna help you get that exact thing that you want. And I'm gonna give you an example that came from a direct personal experience. And at the time, I was really young. I did not know what was going on, but now when I look back at it, I was like, oh, this is how I was able to manifest this thing so quickly without even knowing it. This is an example from when I was in my teen years. I was probably just about like 13 years old at the time, and I wanted to really play guitar. And in fact, the reason I wanted to play guitar was because of some of my favorite bands like Guns N' Roses. They had like really awesome guitar playing. And I just wanted to be able to play a few songs from them. Honestly, that was my only intention. So I first went to get a guitar lesson from my school, and I think we had a guitar lesson course every Sunday. Everything there was like more theory based, and we learned a bunch of different chords and everything, but at the end of the day I couldn't remember anything. Like I would just go home and forget everything. So after attending those lessons for about 2 months, I just became so frustrated that I gave up on it totally. I had learned most of the code, like I had learned at least how in theory, like how all the chords fit in the guitar and things like that, but I didn't even know how to play like a single strumming on guitar, if you know what that means, right? I did not know anything on how to play the guitar. After about a year, when I was 14, I decided to take things into my own hand. I had a guitar at my home. It was my sister's guitar. It wasn't like great or anything, but it definitely did the job. I just wanted to learn a few chords, and I remember that moment because I just decided to learn one song. That was it, one song that had only 3 chords in that song. In the first month, it wasn't like a really good progress, but by second or third month, I could play the song very, very well. And mind you, I only knew how to play just one song, you know, because that was my only goal. Let's say from that time when I quit my guitar school to now, it's been over like probably like 14-15 months. So I go back to meet my old friends like who are still taking lessons in that class, and they still haven't learned a single song yet, and if they want to learn, it's like they're eager to learn songs like, you know, Last Kiss by Pearl Jam, which are pretty simple songs, and you know, we all wanted to start from those songs, right? They could not, because they were just stuck on learning all these chords, because the way they thought was, unless they master each and every single one of those chords, they were not able to play that particular song if they wanted to. But I chose a totally different approach. I just went on to play those particular chords that came on those particular songs, and I went straight after it, and I was able to master it very, very easily, because A, I was very passionate about that song. B, it was easier. It was very easier, and I knew my exact blocks when it came to playing those specific songs, because I wouldn't have to just go back to the basics to learn, okay, to play other songs, other chords, because there was less distraction. That's what I was trying to say. By the end of 2 years, you know, since I first went to that guitar class, I was able to play not just one, not just two, but I was able to play maybe like 10 or 20 songs really, really well, because that was the kind of mindset that I had going onto playing guitars at the time. I just wanted to learn a particular song, I would master it, then I would go on to the next one. But what I'm trying to say here is working on self-concept in a general way is kind of going to learn those chords in general, right? All those like chords from A to G, and you know, everything lies in between: minor, major, sharp, flat, all those kind of chords. I mean, if you are a music major, it probably make more sense to you. But if you know what you want to manifest, if you know like this is a specific that I want and I'm gonna go right after it, sometimes it may be better. I'm not saying it is obviously better, but sometimes it may be better if you just go right after it. For me, I know in a lot of things, if I just focus on the specifics, I'm able to do really, really well, rather than just trying to go kind of like in a sporadic way. There was the one time I manifested one job, which was the exact job that I was looking for, and it was like a video editor position. That was the exact job that I was looking for, and I got that job. But if I was just looking at more general things like, okay, I want this kind of position which includes video editing, and it could be this place or that place, I probably would not have gotten that job. I went on it with so much faith at the time that even it surprises me to this day, because I did not have confidence when it came to general things, right? But when I knew I wanted that job, and when I went after it, it almost felt like nothing could stop me. Now, I'm not trying to bash on any coaches that kind of work on self-concept, or that kind of focus on self-concept or self-love or things like that. But sometimes I don't even find that necessary when you try to manifest even a specific person, for example. Because my background is I'm a wedding photographer. So I get to read stories from people who are about to get married from all kinds of races and all kinds of situations. I've worked with like many of these couples like personally too, right? And nowhere that I found that these kinds of like things that actually matter, these general things actually matter. Especially when it comes to like things like confidence. I mean, I found people who are very, very shy and timid, like both the couple, and they're even like really awkward sometimes. I'm not trying to, you know, like criticize them or anything, but still, because of their specific assumptions about each other, they're in a really, really harmonious relationship. And I can tell, you know, especially after, you know, doing my research on manifesting for a couple of years now, and just diving deep into the philosophy taught by Neville Goddard and Florence Scovel Shins and things like that, right? I'm also like looking out for like how other people are acting in their realities too, you know, especially when I get to really work closely with them, and especially when it comes to things like manifesting each other too, right? So in my website, I do ask them to fill out a form which talks about like how you guys meet with each other, how you guys get engaged, and like, what are your plans for your weddings and things like that, which is mostly to break the ice. But during the process, I get to meet them and, bond with them very, very well. And in nowhere that I found that having these general things such as having great confidence in general, or just thinking that people are so lovey-dovey towards you, or you are just like exceptionally attractive, or things like that. In nowhere that I found that to be true, honestly. So I'm just trying to be honest here and trying to speak up my mind. And some of you may disagree that and say that self-concept is an important thing. And for me personally, like, self-concept work has really, really helped me tremendously. I'm not gonna lie, but has it ever been able to get me any specific desire when I wanted it? Probably not. I mean, I might have gotten like some sporadical desires here and there because of my self-concept being strong. Especially, like one of the self-concept affirmations that I keep using to myself is that I'm a master manifester. And those things definitely bring things to me out of nowhere sometimes. But at the same time, when it comes to specific desires, I have to hold on to the specifics, like with my intentions, with my visualizations and things like that. I actually want this video to be more like an open discussion too, honestly. What do you think? Like, is self-concept really helpful for you? Has it been really helpful for you to be able to get what you want? Or has it been able to get you specific things when you're trying to manifest things, right? And so there is no wrong, right way to manifest. Honestly, everything comes down to whatever kinds of assumptions that you have. But if you have an assumption that says, because my self-concept is strong, and I'm able to manifest this particular thing, it's still specific, you see there, because you said that your self-concept helped you get that particular thing. You may be able to get that. For me, I just feel like it's easier for me to drop all those criterias, because at the end of the day, it's all about like whether you say you can have it or you can't have it. And if you start attaching a bunch of different criteria, for example, like, okay, if I start becoming more confident, people will start noticing me, and then I start getting things that I want in particular, right? More specific things into my reality, right? That will definitely get you the results, but you're just putting more criteria on top of what you're already trying to get. So if you found this video relatable, don't forget to leave a comment down below and also hit the like button. And when you do that, it kind of helps YouTube, help my algorithm for my channel to get my videos out there to more people, right? So if you are able to do that, I really, really appreciate it. And also, like I said, I do offer one-on-one coaching sessions, and if you want to work one-on-one with me, the link is down in the description box below. With that being said, I want to wish you all the very best, guys. Happy manifesting. Goodbye and namaste.